Hello, this is Mrs. Ashley with a quick tutorial on how English teachers can use MackinVia to make sure their students have ebooks. A link to this screencast I am recording now will be available here. For students to log into MackinVia, they will need to log into their Wake ID portal and click on the Fall at Destiny icon. Once they are in Destiny, they can click on the MackinVia link and it will take them to this screen. They will need to click Login with Wake ID, and then they will be in MackinVia. For their English assignments, they will need to access the backpack, and they will click on Assignment or Class Set to enter the code that they will get from their teacher. They can also log on from our AFHS Media virtual website, and you can see the directions are here for that as well. The other options that you have for sharing the information with them is to put a MackinVia widget on your teacher website, and you can also link the login screen to Canvas or to Google Classroom. In MackinVia, there are two types of books. There are class sets and there are assignments. Wake County has opted to have both of these for their ebooks just to maximize financial resources. Students don't necessarily need to know the difference. If students enter a code for a class set in an assignment through their backpack and it is incorrect, MackinVia will automatically recognize it and make sure that the student has access to the book. So no need to worry about that. The difference that I want to point out is that we have a certain number of copies for particular titles in class sets. They have 30, 60, or 90-day licenses. That was something that was done through the publishers, and we do not have access to change at the school level. But these books are one-time use. So once a student has been assigned a book and had access to it, it is done, it is gone, it is burned, and we will no longer have access to it. So we just want to make sure that we're using our resources wisely and that we're not burning through books unnecessarily. Assignments are different. We have a number of copies of a particular title, and we have a year-long subscription to those books. So a student could use the books for 2 weeks, return it, and then another student would have access to that. Once the year is up, then we lose access to it, but we have access to it all throughout the year. You can enroll us into your Google Classroom, and we are happy to help your students get the books that they need, so please feel free to do that. For students to access their books, they will need to log into MackinVia, as I showed you before, and then click on their backpack. There will be a drop-down menu that will show favorites, notebooks, checkouts, requests, assignments, and class sets. So they will need to click on assignments or class sets, and then they will enter the code from their teacher there. And again, even if it is in the wrong place, Mackin will make sure that they still get the correct book. In order for us to help you generate the codes and get the students the books that they need, we're asking that you fill out a Google form. It is linked here and will also be on our AFHS library virtual site. We will need your name, the title of the book, the number of copies that are requested, the start date, and the end date. And again, if it is a class set, we won't have the option to choose the end date. It will be done for us. If you want to fill out a form for each block that you teach, you can do that. Or if you want to fill it out for the total number of students that you have, you can do that as well. It's up to you and how you would like to manage it. You can have one code that's generated for all classes, or you can have a particular code for each class, depending on how many times you fill out the form. We've included some video tutorials, so here's information on assignments or class sets. And again, assignments and class sets for students. And I also want to highlight this ebook navigation and notes tutorial, which is just helpful for students to use when they are actually in the book and reading it. It will give them some helpful information. The last thing that I want to point out is that there are apps available. So if students prefer to read on their book, we have included a user guide that will walk them through how to access the books from their phone. If you have questions, let us know. Thank you.